Internet censorship of civilian speech, civilian political speech, became part of U.S. military doctrine and NATO military doctrine because of the Crimea referendum vote in 2014, which the U.S. military and CIA and State Department and NATO said happened because of people's hearts and minds in Ukraine being swung towards the Russians because of Russian media and social media outcompeting American media and social media. And that the media and social media was now a bigger military threat to the military than actual military threats because Russia took over Crimea without firing a bullet, and they did it through media and social media. And so in order to justify the military having formal programs to tell Facebook, YouTube, Google, Twitter to take down political speech, they said, well, the Russians are doing this. The Russians are using social media as a theater of war, so we need to. While Russia's doing these attack social media ops, we need to be able to get that stuff taken down as part of our defensive social media ops. So we're not really attacking free speech. We're defending ourselves from this Russian operation. And they said the evidence for this is we have a guy named Valery Gerasimov, a high-ranking Russian military official, on tape saying, we Russians use social media to take control over the media landscape in a country. We then convert that into votes. We then convert that into control of government. And then we convert that control of government into control of the military. So we control foreign countries' militaries by controlling their civilian social media. And for 3 fucking years, billions of dollars poured in from the U.S. military, from the CIA, from the State Department, from USAID, from the National Science Foundation, from NATO Stratcom, from NATO Civil Affairs, from NATO Political Affairs, into all of the origin architecture of the censorship industrial complex, because if not, we'll lose to the Gerasimov Doctrine. And that domestic populism, the rise of Trump in 2016, the rise of the Five-Star Movement in Italy, the rise of the Vox Party in Spain, the rise of the PIS Party in Poland, the rise of Marine Le Pen's National Front in France, the rise of the AfD in Germany was all because of this Gerasimov Doctrine. So we need to censor all of their supporters to stop this Russian threat to social media coming from Valery Gerasimov. 3 fucking years later, after the censorship industrial complex had already been built in the United States, in France, in the UK, in Germany, in Italy, in Poland, in Spain. After all that fucking damage was done because of the goddamn hoax of the Gerasimov Doctrine, Galeotti would concede the entire framework for U.S. military involvement in folding media under a formal branch of the U.S. military was based on a lie.